It never happened, brother. I'd like to call this meeting of the Clay County Commission to order. We will start with our invocation. Teresa, if you'd like to come forward, please, and lead us in prayer.
Heavenly Father, I ask you to bless our commissioners with favor, grace, wisdom, and insight. Lead and guide them in the way they should go to make Clay County, Missouri a great place to live, learn, work, and play. Strengthen them as they lead with vision and with virtue. And I thank you for your provisions and protections. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you. Please join me in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please call the roll.
Commissioner Nolte?
Here.
Commissioner Withington? Commissioner Lawson? Commissioner Wagner? Commissioner Johnson? Commissioner Thompson? Commissioner Carpenter?
Very well. First item, or I should say next item, is approval of the agenda. Commissioner Johnson.
I move that we approve tonight's agenda with the exception of I'd like to add the approval of a professional service agreement. We'll call it 2026-153, and I think our county council will add more to that.
Thank you very much. Mr. Counselor, if you could give us some explanation on the proposed change in our agenda, we'd appreciate that. Please
Sure,
proceed.
I appreciate it. Now, this matter is fairly time sensitive. This involves the company that will assist us in doing our tax sale. Now, typically, that's a very standard process. The company we've had that has helped us for the last several years, to put it kindly, we had a bit of a problem, and they will not be able to help us this year. And so we fairly quickly need to pivot to a new company, and because of the requirements and the lead time to get this sale actually pulled off, it really is a matter of some urgency, and would request that you consider adding it to the agenda.
Very well. Has that been distributed? The amended, or I should say the proposed addition to our agenda?
That's not. We're working those copies as we speak.
Okay, we'll go ahead and go, if there are no objections, we will go ahead and we'll go forward with the agenda with the idea that the copies will be made available to the commissioners?
Yes,
sir.
and I apologize, Commissioner Johnson. Did you reference the number of the resolution?
I did,
Okay, perfect.
2026-153.
Perfect. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And you were adding that to the regular agenda?
Regular agenda, yes.
Very
Yes,
well.
regular.
Motion has been made to approve our regular agenda with the addition of the aforementioned matter going under our regular agenda. Discussion. Seeing none, you are recognized to close.
I close.
Please call the roll.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson?
Yes.
Commissioner Carpenter?
Yes.
Commissioner Withington?
Yes.
Commissioner Lawson?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagner?
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
Thank you. Next are ceremonial matters. We have one listed under ceremonial matters. That is 2026-147. And I believe that is Commissioner Wagner. Mr. Administrator, did you want to introduce this before we went to Commissioner Wagner?
Yes. We have 2026-147, a proclamation for America 250 Citizen Challenge coin presentation for Lori Smith. We'll have Commissioner Wagner take it from there.
Very well. Commissioner, if you'd like to proceed.
Yes, thank you very much. For the second week in a row, we have the opportunity to recognize and thank one of our citizens for taking on the Citizen Challenge that our volunteers as part of Clay County 250 have put together to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the founding of our country. While I'm stretching, I actually need you and Commissioner Johnson to sign this.
Very, very deftly
You had done that before, but you can ask Brandy why you're doing it again. Anyway, Lori Smith has done the things that are involved with this challenge. Just as a reminder, those things can include reading the Constitution. It can include writing any one of us. It can include coming to a meeting of any elected body. And of course, the idea is to find out more about this country and to be a better citizen, because a more engaged citizenry means a better country. I will note, since it's a fun fact I didn't mention last week, and as I'm sure Ms. Smith has learned in the course of her studies, there are 19, just go with me on this one, there are 19 Revolutionary War veterans that made their way to Clay County, Missouri. So as people think about, well, it's only 13 colonies that really worry about this, at the end of the day, there were those who fought in that war who made their way here, and we may find an opportunity to celebrate them more as we get closer. But I'll just skip to the end on this one, which is simply that it is resolved that the Clay County Commission celebrates this achievement by Lori Smith and thanks her for accepting the Citizen Challenge. And it's further resolved that the Clay County Commission encourages other Clay County citizens to participate in the Citizen Challenge and encourages further citizen engagement by its residents during America's semi-quincentennial. And so if anyone wants to do so, just go on to claycounty250.org, where you can join Lori in celebrating and also receiving one of these choice challenge coins that we're about to give to her in just a couple of minutes. But Lori, thank you for being involved. Thank you for doing it. And as we were talking beforehand, I guess I should thank her daughter as well for helping her upload a few things to receive this recognition today. So thank you very much.
Lori, would you like to come forward and say a few words, perhaps explain sort of, your process? You don't have to. It's not required. You still get the coin.
Oh, but you got to go to the microphone to do it.
And please, and for anyone else who's wishing to speak, make sure the green light is on.
You're on. You're on.
It is. You're good.
Well, I just
and
want to,
go ahead.
thank you all for coming up with this challenge. And it was a little bit of a challenge, and I learned a lot about our government and our Constitution. A lot of things I thought I knew, but I really didn't. And it was a challenge, and thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Any other commissioners wishing to speak on this before we give her her certificate and her coin? We did talk a little bit before you came in, and yeah, it's not an easy thing, and
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Very well, we'll go ahead and do that, and then we will take our seats and continue with our agenda. Very well, that concludes our ceremonial matters. Next, our public comments. Are there any members of the public wishing to address the commission? Seeing none. That brings us to our consent agenda. Mr. Administrator.
Yes, good evening. We have two items on our consent agenda tonight. First one is 2026-145, approval invoice payments for Clay County for the period of May 16th and May 22nd of 2026. Had a total of 606 invoices totaling $601,842.46. Your next one is 2026-136, approval of a sign and lease agreement with Reclaimer Purchase from NCL Government Capital for Road and Bridge. And those will be the items for our consent agenda.
Very well. Commissioner Johnson.
Move to approve tonight's consent agenda.
Motion's been made for the approval of this evening's consent agenda. Discussion? Seeing none, you are recognized to close.
I close.
Please call the roll.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson?
Yes.
Commissioner Carpenter?
Yes.
Commissioner Withington?
Yes.
Commissioner Lawson?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagner?
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
Very well. I'm not sure we talked about the placement of 2026-153 on the regular agenda, just to have it there. I think if there are no objections, I'll go ahead and take that up last. That way, if there's, that gives the maximum amount of exposure if commissioners want to take a little bit more time with that. That being said, we will begin our regular agenda. First on that agenda is 2026-146. Mr. Administrator.
Yes, 2026-146, approval invoice payments for Clay County Prosecutor's Office for the period of May 16th through May 22nd. You have 19 invoices with totaling $5,352.60.
Very good. Commissioner Johnson.
Move to approve 2026-146.
Motion's been made for the approval of 2026-146. Discussion. Seeing none, you are recognized to close.
I close.
Please call the roll.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson?
I recuse myself.
Commissioner Carpenter?
Yes.
Commissioner Withington?
Yes.
Commissioner Lawson?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagner?
Aye.
Motion passes 5 in favor, 1 recusal.
Next is 2026-144. Mr. Administrator.
Yes, 2026-144 is approval invoice purchase for a 2027 flagship E-22 pontoon boat, 2027 Suzuki motor. This one here is a purchase by our Parks Department, and have our Parks Director, John Davis, here to answer any additional questions.
Please proceed.
John Davis, Parks Director. This is a request to purchase a new rental pontoon boat. It'll replace one of the 9 in our fleet. This will be a 2027 flagship with motor and trailer. Purchased from Lebanon Suzuki Kawasaki Inc. for $42,900. Any questions?
Commissioner Johnson.
Move to approve 2026-144.
Motion has been made for the approval of 2026-144. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, you're recognized to close.
I close.
Please call the roll.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson?
Yes.
Commissioner Carpenter?
Yes.
Commissioner Withington?
Yes.
Commissioner Lawson?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagner?
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
Next is 2026 Ordinance 10. Mr. Administrator.
Yes, 2026 Ordinance 10 is calling an election in Clay County, Missouri for the purposes of submitting to the voters of Clay County, Missouri, the question of amending the Clay County Constitution. This one states is from the County Commission, but our County Councilor, Kevin Graham, will do additional explaining regarding the next steps regarding this one.
Very well.
Thank you, Commissioners. So the Review Commission met for several weeks, really did a fantastic job of considering the document and going through it in really good detail. This is the product of what they've come up with. Pursuant to our Constitution and my conversations with the Election Board, I think the next, your role here is to simply move this along, pass this and move it along to the Election Board for insertion on the November ballot. And happy to answer any questions you might have.
I take that to mean this is largely, at this point, a largely ministerial function of this commission, not a policy discussion.
100% correct. It is. I often hesitate to use that term with you guys, but I think your role here is ministerial. You have a role to simply allow it to move on, and this has happened a few times in the past. You might remember the Children's Services situation a few years ago, very similar.
Right. And I think it's also appropriate to point out that our voting for it is to put it before the people, that is the subject before us, and not necessarily an endorsement or non-endorsement of that matter. It's just to do our jobs in that function.
Correct. I think that's a fair point, that you're putting this on the ballot is not an indication of your individual or collective positions on this document. It is an indication of the Review Commission's position on the document.
Thank you. Commissioner Johnson.
Move to approve 2026 Ordinance 10.
Motion's been made for the approval of 2026 Ordinance 10. Discussion. Commissioner Lawson, you're seeking recognition.
Yeah, a couple of things. First of all, the fact that each of us had the opportunity to name someone to sit on this board. I went to every session but one, and I want to say that those individuals that we selected worked very hard to try to do the right thing. Everybody didn't always agree, nor did I agree with everything they said or did. But I spent, for myself, I spent a good deal of time before I selected the gentleman that I put on that board. Highly intelligent, very analytical, and totally different than me. But he really gave it great thought in what he did. And when he voted with a lot of facts that he brought forward. And, I want to thank all of them because we all have such busy lives, and they were willing to take the time out of their life to try to make our Constitution improved. And so I do want to personally and publicly thank them for their time and their efforts and the time everybody's spent selecting people and coming to the meetings. So it was well worthwhile.
I think Commissioner Lawson has expressed, I think, what is the consensus, if I might be so bold as to say so, of this commission, and that is that we are all grateful for those who served and that we appreciate their hard work and their efforts, and they certainly conducted themselves in a very honorable and the finest way possible. So further discussion? Seeing none, Commissioner Johnson, you are recognized to close.
Just before I close, I too just
Go
want to
ahead.
add my thanks to all those who served on that commission, and particularly for Anthony, what's Anthony's last name? Bologna. Anthony, for chairing the committee. I thought he did a great job chairing it. I too, like Commissioner Lawson, went to most of those, and he did a great job, I thought, chairing that committee. So I thank him for that, and for all those who took the time out of their day to be part of that. So with that, I close.
Very well. Please call the roll.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson?
Yes.
Commissioner Carpenter?
Yes.
Commissioner Withington?
Yes.
Commissioner Lawson?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagner?
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
Thank you. That brings us to the item just added during the process of approving the agenda, and that is item number 2026-153. Mr. Administrator?
Yes, 2026-153, approval of professional service agreement, research and mailing tax sale, called Land Unlocked as for the Collectors Department. Again, this item is due for a previous provider, discontinuing business. The specifications were given to Purchasing Department by the Collector's Office for research and mailing of tax sale services for a quick need. This items here are paid for through the collections of the tax sales, so there's no direct impact to the county budget. Available for any questions regarding this.
Okay. Commissioner Wagner, I'll go to you, and then I'll go to Commissioner Johnson. I believe you came in first. There you go.
Thank you. Just so I'm clear with what you've just said, in the resolution and in the request for commission action, it says due to the previous provider discounting business, but it really should be they've discontinued, they have closed up shop.
Yes.
And that's why we are moving forward.
We'll make that change, yes. Nice catch.
Well, it appears twice, so I don't know what that's all about, Mr. Counselor, but I'm glad to help wherever I can. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Helpful. Commissioner Johnson?
Move to approve 2026-153.
Motion's been made for the approval of 2026-153. Is there any further discussion? Are there any questions? Because this did come to us rather shortly, but with good reason. So I see none. Commissioner Johnson, you are recognized to close.
I close.
Please call the roll.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson?
Yes.
Commissioner Carpenter?
Yes.
Commissioner Withington?
Yes.
Commissioner Lawson?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagner?
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
That concludes our regular agenda for this evening. Next, our discussion items. Under that heading, we have one item. Mr. Administrator, if you'd like to introduce that.
Yes. Good evening. One of the discussion items is our Human Resources Department. We have Kim Callahan, our Human Resources Director. Wanted just to give an update on where we are currently and what we did in the past year. This one came from some of the questions we got during one of my presentations, and decided it'd be a good opportunity to give an update on where we are and the work that this department has done this past year.
All
Please
right.
proceed.
Good evening, Commissioners. Kim Callahan, HR Director. Okay, I know it's the end of May, it's almost June, but I want to talk about last year. Let's start with '25. In 2025, Clay County HR faced the compounding challenge of managing rapid workforce turnover and growing organizational complexity, all while sustaining employee well-being, compliance, and engagement across every department. Recruitment was active in 2025. HR received 1,451 applications. We brought on 119 new hires. We welcomed 13 interns, and we saw 13 retirements. Our wellness program ran year-round. It covered physical fitness events like 5K runs and walks, CPR training, mental health webinars, biometric screenings, flu shots, and we even had the mobile mammogram bus. So we had strong participation from the employees throughout the year. Let's see, this will be the third year that we do the Halloween Fair, the end of every October. Last year we had 17 vendors there. We had it on this whole top floor. It's a great event for the employees. And the end of the year, we ended with a sock drive. And our goal was 500 pairs of socks. But our generous employees, we actually got 2,014 pairs of socks. So that enabled us for 400 individuals to receive a week's worth of socks. And the Northland Clothing Center helped distribute those socks. So our employees were very generous, and we appreciate that. So our benefits administration included a successful open enrollment, which ran October 27th through November 7th. We had 57 workers' comp claims filed. We had 14 employees utilize the paid parental leave program. And our on-site counselor had 59 appointments last year. So our training was robust and leadership focused. Highlights included supervisor training on conflict management, performance management, and we also had we sent 6 people to the KU Emerging Leaders Academy, and we have recurring DISC training for new hires. So I'm excited to say that this year we are going to be hosting the KU Leadership Academy at the Lurk. So thank you to the sheriff for letting us use that facility. It'll be in the fall. It's October through December. It's 2 days a week, 9 to 4. And they've got a wonderful classroom out there. I'm sure you guys have all seen it. But we'll probably send 6 people, and they usually have 25 to 30% people participate. So it'll be a great way for us to see, people see the Lurk. So I'm excited about that. Let's see. Our payroll last year, 5VP represents the general population, and KRS is strictly sheriff. So last year, the general population employees was about 21 million, and the sheriff's department was at 17. So our tuition reimbursement program, we had 19 participants. We had 37 reimbursements, and it came in just right under 60,000, which is what our program is at. So also, in July, the comp and classification salary adjustment, they were implemented in July of 2025, and it represented a significant investment in employee equity. So back in July, the total cost for us to implement the salary adjustments was $941,711. So, which is great to help retain the employees that we have. Let's see. Employee recognition. So it was a priority throughout the year. We just finished this year's Public Service Recognition Week, and it was a really great week. 2025 was a great week also, with all the different events. We provided either a breakfast or lunch for each department throughout the county, and we also did that at the holiday time. There were also snack baskets sent out to all the departments. There were just a lot of fun events, and a lot of the employees had a good time, I believe. Last year, we had several awards given out. I think you guys all remember that. It was a little leaner this year, but, you know, maybe next year we'll, but it was a great event, a great night, anyway. Every year, we give out service awards, June and December, and it's by 5-year increments that people are with us. So we print out the certificate and frame it, and then we send it to the department, and they hand out the awards, and they send us pictures, and we've got them posted in HR, and, you know, Squall, who does such a great newsletter, now he's posting that information on there also. And this was last year's KU Emerging Leader graduates. There were 6 last year. Let's see. Okay, and then I'm going to give you a little update about 2026. So far this year, we've had 72 new hires, and we've received 1,109 applications. We've had 3 retirees. Out of those 72, 49 were for the general population, and 23 were for the Sheriff's Department. We've had 52 terminations. So far, 3 people have used the paid parental leave, which is 8 weeks paid weeks of leave for people that have a baby, adopt, or foster a child. So far to date, workers' comp, we've had 30 cases, except 9 were report only, which means they did not go to the emergency room or the clinic. It was just a report. The EAP, our on-site counselor, so far this year, she's had 22 appointments. In May, she extended her hours, so we have hours every week that can be utilized, and some are in the morning and some are in the afternoon. And she's available via the phone, or you can FaceTime with her, or you can go to her office. And it's also for our employees and their family members. So, in January, we started our dependent audit by AmWins, and it ended the end of March. We had 229 employees with 467 enrolled dependents completed their online affidavits about their family situation. There were only 2 employees that failed to complete it, so we had a 99% participation in the audit. Let's see, what we are getting ready to do is our first step increase. And we're excited about that, and we appreciate the benefit, the budget officer for finding the money for that for this year, and we appreciate you approving it, because I think it's just going to be awesome that of course the employees appreciate the COLA that we give them every year when we can, but this is a step increase, and this is depending on whether they meet or exceed in their performance review, which I had to receive by the end of December. So it's an incentive for them to do well, and we're able to, give them something for that. So this year, the cost to implement the step increase, which it's effective the last pay period in June, which is payable on July the 10th, the cost is $431,000 in wages and $142,000 in benefits. So that's a total of $573,000. So it's wonderful, wonderful to help retain employees. Let's see. HR, we're facing a growing demand for mental health, financial wellness, and professional development resources in a post-pandemic workforce environment. I was at a leadership conference in St. Louis a couple of weeks ago, and everything was AI. And they were saying that 94% of HR questions are answered by bot. And I thought, no way. I've experienced a bot call, and that's fine if you're just calling to get your bank balance or something like that. But when people call us, they have questions, detailed questions. So I can see that in the future, but not right now. But anyway, it's something to work towards. Another thing that was discussed, let's see, was succession planning, which we're experiencing that right now in a couple of departments. And it's something that we must find leaders, and we must find our replacements. The leaders must work on finding their replacements, and if we don't, we have to develop one. So that's something that HR is looking at in each department, and something that we're going to work towards throughout the county. And last but not least, I want to give you an update on the North Kansas City and Blue Cross Blue Shield negotiation that's going on. I spoke to Maggie Knudsen yesterday with CBiz. She's our broker. And I said, Maggie, what's the latest? Have you heard anything? So this is the email she sent me yesterday morning. She's like, we met with Blue KC today, and they stated they still are in negotiations. They said that both parties are meeting multiple times a week. It will most likely come down to June the 1st deadline, which is a Monday, and probably go past that. For reference, Cigna recently finalized negotiations with HCA nearly 5 days past the deadline. So I know it's frustrating to hear, and I know you've heard all the ads on TV, the radio, but we'll let you know as soon as we receive any additional information. So they're on it, and I hope we get something else tomorrow, and I'll be sure and send it out countywide. But that's where we're at with that. So it's been a great year so far, and looking forward to the rest of the year, and I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Are there any questions or comments? Well, you must have done a great job, which I think is obvious.
Thank you.
You did a great job. I want to thank you especially for the update, because I know we've got a lot of folks who work here at the county who have concerns about that very issue when it comes to
Yes.
health care. And we certainly appreciate you being on top of it as you are, and it should be a source of some comfort to our employees to know that you're on the job and that you're making sure that we are in the best position possible. I did like to see the numbers when it came to applications and people hired. It sounds as though the work that you are doing, you and your department, I want to spread the praise, is working. We've got that many applications in and that many jobs. That says that Clay County is a place where people want to work.
Absolutely.
And I think that's a tribute to, I think the commission at large, because we had met some time ago and made that a goal for this commission to make this an employer of choice, the county. And I think that has worked out very, very well. So thank you very much for that. And also, I'm glad you're here. I do not look forward to the day when we have a robot standing in front of us. It's
Right, exactly.
You're not a robot, right? I mean, you're supposed to check that little box, aren't you?
Right. No, not anytime soon. But of course, according to Elon Musk, none of us are going to be working in 5 years. It's like, whoa. But we'll see, right?
We will see.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That brings us to County Administrator comments. Mr. Administrator.
Yes, only comment I have tonight is just that we have the next business session this coming June 4th, 6 p.m.
Okay. That brings us to Commissioner comments. Commissioner Withington, we can start with you if you don't mind.
Just want to send my condolences to the family of Ricky Pierce. He died unexpectedly on Monday, and Bridget and Ricky were the two that really kept that place going for the last several years, so he'll be missed.
Commissioner Lawson.
Just repeat what Jason said. Ricky was a really neat gentleman. And, the nice thing about him was he was the same to everybody. And he worked real hard. He was very dedicated. I was so excited for him that he got the new job, and he was excited about it. We talked about it several times, and he said, oh, they're great to work with, and I've got so much, so many ideas and so much potential, and then to lose him like that, it was pretty sad. So God bless him and his family, and we'll sure miss him.
Thank you. Commissioner Wagner? Commissioner Johnson?
Just real quick, I attended the MARC Destination Safe Committee meeting the other day. That's about basically traffic safety, reducing serious traffic accidents and fatalities. They have a goal of eliminating all fatalities, I think by the year 2050 or something like that. Pretty lofty goal, but anyways, that's what they're doing, and just a lot of data that we're collecting right now and looking at ways to make the streets safer, but just thought I'd share that update with you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Thompson. Commissioner Carpenter?
Yeah, I just appreciate you two saying something about Ricky. I had the opportunity to serve on that Midwest Small Business Finance Committee with Ricky for several years, and just the nicest guy in the world, Every second I knew him, he was as friendly as could be, and real tragedy to have lost him. So thanks for saying something. Thanks.
I also want to say, condolences to Ricky's family. We go back a ways to the first days of Coffee Connect, and he was always there. This was back when he was working for the bank, and he was a gentleman and a very intelligent person, easy to work with. And so certainly his unexpected passing is very sad. On a sort of a different note, it's been a rather melancholy weekend. I've had two other close friends pass away this weekend. So it is a matter of some some cause of reflection, I guess, as we see people that we are close to, people that we know pass away. It certainly, I think, drives home the point of what kind of people that we want to be, and what is the way in which we would like to conduct our lives. It does bring that into a bit more focus. So while these are sad events, I hope that we are able to bring this into a frame where we are thinking in terms of how do we then honor their memory by being better people. And I think if we walk away with that thought, I think that is a great comfort to all concerned. So I just want to leave us with that thought as we go forward, and as we contemplate how we go through this life, and we follow a lot of the examples that Ricky and the other individuals that I'm aware of also conducted themselves. So let's honor their memory in that fashion. With that, we are adjourned.